bring in.
Go ahead and write 5-0 down.
To bring in Kevin Garnett.
It's all right. Tobias Harris is playing ball.
Detroit is not going to beat the Clippers.
He is.
All right.
Won't you bet me?
Excellent point there, Jet. Tobias Harris been balling.
I'm just saying with the facts.
Hashtag AskKG presented by Metro PCS. Are the Clippers for real?
I think it's too early, Ernie, to be honest. I would like to see them play like a better team. Obviously, a lot of teams they've been playing, I would pick them to beat these teams, but I think Blake Griffin is playing with a tremendous synergy about himself. I love the way the Clippers actually are playing together. They look like they moved on from the Chris Paul era, and they're now coming into their own. And Blake Griffin is the leader. He's the point, and he's the head of this whole push.
You think because Blake is touching the ball more, because there was times, we're playing with Chris Paul where it'd be times where he wouldn't touch the ball for a couple possessions. You think because he's touching the ball more, he's always in rhythm now?
I think, Shaq, I think the fact that he can just bring the ball up off the boards, he don't have to worry about pushing it to a point guard. He looks really natural bringing the ball up. He looks comfortable. And to be honest, most bigs can't guard him when you have that type of handle, and he's taking advantage. He's not only going to the basket, but he's finding other guys too. He's making other guys better.
Mm-hmm. Rashid, you were being one of the first in the modern era of guys who were able to step out and post up in the block and then step out and shoot the three. So as you see Blake now adding that more and more to his game, what would you say and how do you feel about that?
I mean, it's definitely a good thing for him. It's just adding that second dimension to his game. He's a good post player. We all know he's athletic, dumb athletic, and a strong player, and he goes hard.
When is too many threes, Rashid? Well,
and to me, honestly, like if you're taking your first two shots of the game are threes, and if you miss them, all right, you got to go down low. Right, you got to go get that layup. Right. Get that layup. If you make one or two of them, then, either way, you still got to balance it out.
Yeah. Bonzi, you played in Portland a number of years. They got one of the better home courts in the NBA. What do you think of the Portland Trail Blazers?
I like them. I mean, I like what they got going on out there. You start with their guards, Charles, Dame Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I think they're a matchup nightmare every night, and I think they're big across the board. They got some bodies they can throw at people, but with this new game and they're spreading the court and they're going small, I think down the stretch they could be in trouble defensively, but I think they can just outscore anybody because they got some scores on the floor.
Yeah, I thought we had Ice Cube here again. I didn't know it was Bonzi, man. 2 weeks in a row, man.
Come on, man.
I thought it was Kyle Lowry.
Come on, man.
Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry.
If I take off my hat, I look like
it's
you,
jokes,
Chuck.
Bonzi. You just jokes. Just jokes, Bonzi. Just jokes.
All right, fellas. Thanks a lot. KG, love the new digs, man. Looking great, man.
Thank y'all, man.
And you can tell me which of those teams, considering what's going on with Boston and the Hayward injury, Milwaukee and Boston, where do you rank them, and how much difference is there between those teams?
I still probably would take the Celtics over the Bucks. I think they're just missing some stuff. When they get the Mars twin back,
Could be next week.
I think they'll be better than Milwaukee.
Even when they get Jabari Parker back?
Yes, I do. Because right now, it's Giannis, and that's it, basically. And I don't think they play at a fast enough pace. And what we talked about earlier, we don't even know what type of team they are. They're not a fast-breaking team. They're not a good half-court team. They're not a good defensive team. They have no style. And that's what I think hurt them more than anything.
Well,
we're at 44 seconds.
I see. He's taking all the time. I think that, Milwaukee's going to be a better team in the long run. This is an injury-ridden team with the Celtics, obviously. So I think that Giannis will just grow and become better as the season goes on. I don't think he'll get worse. I think he'll find people more. He'll get easier baskets, Shaq.
In order for Milwaukee to speed the tempo up, they have to be better defensively. We showed a clip there where they got a steal, went out on the break, get some easy points. So as soon as they become better defensively, they can speed the pace, and I got to agree with Kenny. Milwaukee is the better team.
That is some precise timekeeping upstairs. Jeremy Levin, the decision to make it a 90 seconds between these three.
Is that his name?
Jeremy Levin, yes.
I always wondered what that loser's name was.
He's the producer. And so that is Tissot on the clock.
Hey yo,
What?
the Greek.
Right.
Did you see that? Like, I know I could jump back in the day, but yo, this kid, he took off from outside.
I was just about
the
to say,
paint.
where'd he come from?
no.
Where'd he
It
come
had
from?
to been from like right here.
No. Where'd he come
Baines
from?
kid was right.
Where'd he come from?
He might have came from here, she.
Low
It was
key.
here, and the dude jumped here, and he was just gliding, and he was looking like this.
And
Then
then
he hit him.
Look, it looks something like that. Look, make sure y'all catch
And
that.
then-
Oh,
Get that
look, get that.
At the start of the
Get that
third.
look. How they
Until
do
we
it? Get
find
that
out where
look.
he took off from. I think he took off from. Oh, look, right.
And then he was like
right,
this.
Right.